Okay, welcome everyone. Good morning. Today is December 13th, and this is a event that I'm hosting called Ready, Set, Brand Network. Super excited. Like I said, I have all different communities coming together. I have people from Maine who are maybe in my CEI program, to people that are in Women's Business League, that's more in New England, to my Brand Attraction Society members, to my Brand Breakthrough members, to big. It's like a collision of all of the places. And so I'm excited today, not only to teach you some fundamental brand concepts, but also to have you start meeting new people and expanding your network. Those who know me know that I'm all about community and connection. And so this is actually makes me so happy to end the year 2022 with all of you and doing this. So just to let you know, the chat is here. I want you guys to share your links, get to know each other. Again, we are going to do some breakout sessions where you'll actually have a chance to talk to each other and connect. And we're also going to be doing some training on the fundamentals of branding. So we have 90 minutes together. I'm going to jump in because there's a lot to cover. And we're going to make this fun. There will be some giveaways. So there will be some fun things. I have 3 giveaways that I'll be offering to you guys as well. All right. Is everybody ready to start? Clara, you're good in letting people in. We got more and more people. I got 28 people already. This is awesome. All right. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Do you guys see my screen okay? Yes? Awesome.
Yes.
All right. Perfect. Thank you. So welcome everyone to Ready, Set, Brand Network. So excited that you're here. So excited that you've invested time in your brand building, because this is really going to set you up for success for next year. And of course, I forgot, did I press record?
Yes.
I did. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
So I always like to start with a quote. And this one's from Simon Sinek, who I'm sure some of you know. He is kind of a marketing guru, is known for his book, which is all about the why. And he says, before we can stand out, we must first get clear on what we stand for. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We are so much more than just service providers or product makers. What we are going to do today is to really dig deep into your brand, into your story, to add some depth and meaning so that we can inspire our customers to stand with us in this, shared sense of purpose and what we believe in and what we dream about. Because this is what creates that sticky branding experience of, having people that not only buy from you, but they stay from you. But we need to get clear first on what we stand for. And often, if you feel like you're like, oh my God, I'm new, I've never even thought about that. It's totally fine. Often when you start a business, you're just in the business, right? You're not even thinking about the bigger picture or the branding. Today's the day where we're kind of build that foundation. And if you don't mind just putting yourself on mute, it will just help because it is a big group today. So my intention today is to really help you gain clarity in your message so you can build that powerful brand. And we've all seen those powerful brands, the brands that attract clients easily, the brands that get all the opportunities, those juicy opportunities. They're speaking, they're on summits, the brands that are charging what they're worth and the clients don't even question it. That's what a powerful brand is, but it all starts with you. It all starts with you knowing who you are, what you believe in, who you're meant to serve. In order for you to sell, in order for you to convey that magic to others, you have to do the work on yourself. And so that's what we're going to work on today. So who am I? Some of you know me, maybe it's your first time meeting me. So happy that you're here. My name is Malika Malhotra. I am a brand builder and I am a former ad executive. I used to work in advertising pre-kids years ago on big brands like Oil of Olay and L'Oreal. And now I take some of those concepts with female entrepreneurs like yourselves and really try to help you build a brand that stands out and makes you the expert, the authority in the marketplace. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. I've had multiple businesses under my belt. So everything that I have done for my own business and everything that I teach is something that I have learned firsthand. I've also written a book in 2015 called The Brand Photography Playbook because I did a lot of brand photography in my own journey. And now I do much more strategy and mentorship. And my core offering, my key program is called the Brand Breakthrough Mastermind. And if we haven't connected on Instagram, please find me. That's sort of where I live. Would love to connect with you. And just on a personal note, I am a mom of 3 sons. My sons are 20, 18, and 13. One's in college. He's a junior. One is going to college. We will find out on Friday if he gets into his first choice college, which is sort of nerve-wracking. And then my youngest is in middle school. And I live now in Maine, but grew up in New York and still feel like a Jersey girl. A lot of my Jersey peeps are here because I lived in New Jersey for a long time. So here's the agenda for today. We have 90 minutes together. So it's going to be a hybrid. There's going to be training. I'm going to teach you sort of like a branding 101. So everybody can start on the same page. This might be a repeat for some of you who have worked with me before, but you can never get enough brand building. We're going to talk about values. We're going to talk about your mission and your vision. We're going to have these network breakout sessions after each concept so that you can actually practice and share with your group. Because I'm a big believer that if you don't actually say it out loud and it's just in a notebook, it's not helping you. Let's start talking about it. Let's start boldly sharing this with each other. And then there'll be some fun giveaways after each section so that you guys stay engaged and you stay with me, and you'll actually be getting some fun prizes of people that might even be here today. But they're all female entrepreneurs who are selling products or services. So really what I'm here to do is to make sure that you treat branding like it's not an afterthought, that it's actually something that's a breathing, working, living concept that's never done in your brand. You're going to work on these foundational, fundamental things, but you really are going to always be working. Branding should be done early, should be done often, and should be done everywhere. And if you have questions, definitely use the chat here. I might lean on Clara, who's helping me, or Mercedes, who's helping me today. If there are some questions, let me know, unmute yourself if I miss them, because I feel like the chat is kind of going really fast here. So what is branding? What is it when you hear the word branding? What do you think? To me, branding is really that first impression, right? It's your reputation that when you're not in the room, what do people think of you? So when Vanessa Flores is not in the room, but somebody hears about her brand called The Strong Fit Life, what are the first words that come? It would be beast mode. It would be strong. It would be fit. It would be unstoppable, because she's worked really hard on her brand to communicate those things. So the brand is that promise that you're making to your audience. And it's what people already have in their brains about you without you even having to say a word. So we really have to be active in shaping our brands so that we are telling the right story, and our competition and our audience isn't making up that story for us. So Seth Godin, if you haven't heard of him, you should definitely put him on your reading list. He writes great books about marketing. He says, a brand is a set of expectations, memories, stories, and relationships that, taken together, account for a consumer's decision to choose one product or service over another. So it's that emotional connection, right? All of those things put together that tells a person, I'm in alignment with this person, I want to hire them, or I'm going to choose this brand over something else. And we all know this when we're shopping for a copywriter or we're buying a cleaning product, at Target. Those stories, those memories, those relationships that you have with the brand is going to affect your decision. So branding is what shapes the perception of your business in the customer's mind. It's that impression that you're making. So for us to want to be that first choice, the go-to choice, we have to be active in shaping that. We have to be clear, right, in what we're telling our audience, who we are, what we're an expert in, who we're meant to work with. And we have to get away from being what I call like the Jane of all trades, trying to do all the things for all the people, and get really, really focused in our message. And I love it's like that power of one, right? What is the one problem that your brand solves? What is the one transformation that you deliver? What is the one type of client that you're meant to work with? What's that one offer that's so powerful that gets your clients results. So branding is not really your logo, although it's part of the process. It's not your fonts, it's not your colors. Those are all what I think of like expressions of your brand. The brand is your story, it's your message, how you are connecting with your audience. And it matters because, let's be honest, many of us are in crowded, saturated industries, right? You could be a parenting coach like Lisa, and there's a lot of other parenting coaches. You could be a jewelry designer like Jalpa, who's here, but there's so many other jewelry designers. How are you going to differentiate yourself? And often it's the brand that does that. So you really have to start thinking, what is that message going to be so that your audience can connect with you, have an emotional relationship with the brand? Because in today's modern marketplace, business is no longer transactional. It's not about faceless businesses. It's really about a relationship. It's often we're pulling the curtain, right? And we're sharing with our audience who we are, why we started, what we believe in, which are all the things that we're going to talk about today. So it's important, in order for you to really survive and thrive and become that leader, you need to create that magnetic brand. You need to create that story, that message that cuts through the noise, really connects deeply and attracts clients. And it all starts with your branding. So your brand's going to give your business a story, right? An identity beyond a product and service. I don't want you to think of yourself just as a product or service provider. You are a brand, right? It can boost your recognition and make your business memorable and hopefully unforgettable. So Melanie, who's here, she is a copywriter, content creator, but her brand really is grounded in being the about me expert. She's one of my clients. We've worked really hard for her to kind of put her stake in the ground for that. That is her expertise. Your brand is also going to help you build trust, right? Warm up cold leads. People who don't know you, they're going to get to know your brand and get that know, like, and trust factor. And then obviously it's going to set you apart. You just think about this. Maybe the last time that you hired a web designer, you went on their websites, you learned about them, and that brand story, whatever it was that resonated with you, is what made you choose someone over the other. So you want to make sure that your brand is really clear. It can enhance your value and validate your price, right? You're no longer a commodity. You're actually a brand that has a value to it, that has a premium maybe to it. Your brand can communicate that for you. And then lastly, it can elevate your confidence, right? You no longer feel like an imposter, or you don't feel like a clone when you have a strong brand. You can really have pride in your business, and that will help you sell even more. So here are some examples, right, of brands that are powerful. It's not just a cup of coffee. I mean, like it or not, you might not be a Starbucks fan, but Starbucks brand, there's something about it that even when I see someone walking down the street, if I've had 10 cups of coffee, I want another cup. There's something about that feeling of having that white cup in your hand, right? There's the brand story about nurturing that human spirit, the community aspect, the neighborhood feeling. Starbucks is known for offering warmth and hospitality. You can put on a pair of sneakers, or you can put on a pair of Nike sneakers. And often when you put on a pair of Nike sneakers, all of a sudden you feel like you're an athlete. Even if you're not, it's part of the branding. You feel like you can actually run faster, run harder, lift that heavier weight. That branding, that story that Nike is telling you is affecting you. You can get a gift, or if you get that blue gift with that white satin ribbon from Tiffany's, that brand of Tiffany's makes you feel like excited that there's going to be something stylish or distinctive or high quality in there. It sparks an emotion. So does this make sense to you, this idea of branding? Just tell me in the chat, say yes if all of these examples are sort of resonating with you, if it's making sense to you. Awesome. So what are the key foundational elements of brand messaging, right? How do we get out there to really share our message, and so that people are not confused and they actually understand what we stand for? It's really important for us to think about this. And so there are 3 steps which we're going to talk about today. The first are your brand values. These are your core philosophies, things that you feel are most important to you and your business. Your mission, this is your big juicy why, right? Like, why do you get up every morning to do this business in the first place? Think about the change or the hope that you're trying to build with your business. And then the last we're going to talk about today is your brand vision, the future of your brand, where you want to take your business. When you describe the future of your brand and you let your audience in on it, they feel more connected to you. They feel inspired, right? That you're kind of going the extra mile and have these big dreams for yourself. With all of these 3 steps, we want to make our audience feel something. That's where we have the emotional connection. That's where they feel like they're in alignment with us when they actually feel something. So it's not just about sales and promoting and features and functions. We're actually digging a little bit deeper with our brands and sharing story to build that connection with our audience. Again, another quote. I love quotes. So people do not buy goods and services. They buy relations, stories, and magic. So we need to make people feel something. We need to tell them a story about us, why we've started our businesses, what we believe in, where we want to take our businesses. So are you ready to build your own power brand? That's what we're going to be working on today. And we're all works in progress. So we're not going to solve everything today, but these are all going to be concepts that I hope you think about, you take time out of your day and maybe journal around. And I promise the more that you work on it and you actually implement it into your communications, into your branding, into your offers, into your lead magnets, your web copy, it's going to make a difference. Okay, so step 1, we are going to talk about your brand values. So what are brand values? Well, powerful brands, they stand for something, right? You've seen this with brands like Patagonia, brands like Bombas. They stand for something and they communicate it to you in their marketing. And the best way for you to stop looking like a clone, right, and start looking like your own brand that's distinctive is to share some of these values, to share these ideas that you believe in and actually put a stake in the ground for, right? I want you to move away from being something that's more lukewarm or wishy-washy or bland, because nobody remembers that. People remember brands that are putting a stake in the ground for something that they believe in. So brand values are the principles that you care most about, and you are actually integrating that in everything that you do in your business. So from the people that you hire, to the people that you collaborate with, to the offers that you launch, your values are clearly communicated and they are infused into everything that you do. If people believe they share values with the company, they will stay loyal to the brand. That's another quote that I love. So it's important for you to really share these so that people can have that alignment. They can feel good about your business. You don't want to be shy about it. You don't want to just, not mention it. You want this to be a part of your marketing. So how do you figure out your values? So here are some key questions. So, get your paper and your pen out now or take a screenshot of this, because these questions will help you sort of find out what those branding truths, I'll call it, are for you, so that clients can see that your brand is more than just a product or a service. They'll feel inspired from you and want to work with you. So think about, what do you stand for? What is really most important to you? What are you not willing to compromise on? What do you not believe in? Sometimes it's hard to figure out what we believe in, and the first step is figuring out what we don't believe in. Are there some consistent themes in your life and business? And what are you willing to fight for? Yes, share some of these in the chat. Lorraine says empowerment. Make a list. I have a little, if you want to take a screenshot, there's a couple of ideas here, but you want to make a list of your top values. And you want to make sure it's not a laundry list of 10, but really you want to narrow it down to 3 to 5 top values. Is it empowerment? Is it, partnership? Is it, peace? Is it honesty? Is it transparency, intuition and empathy, partnership? I love it. Could it be connection, community, boldness, honesty, Alexa says. You really need to get clear on these because consistency is key here. When you have those values, you want to make sure it's infused into everything from behind the scenes to your public communication. Because once you've clarified those top values and you're actually showing up day to day and sharing those and making sure that's part of everything that you do, that is what's making a really strong brand. Strong values equals a strong brand. When you're expressing those values everywhere, consistently, day after day, year after year, that's what building that reputation. And if you still feel like you're stumped, like, I don't know what my values are, one other way is to kind of think about people or brands or companies that maybe you admire. Maybe you are, you love Beyonce or Michelle Obama, or you love Patagonia, or, there are certain brands that really make you happy. The values of those brands can sometimes be a mirror or a reflection of what you value. So think about that. So here are some examples. Here's one of my clients, Yahi. Many of you might know her. She has a business called Account Her. So it's an accounting firm that she has, but it's much more than that. She is like the financial partner for fierce female business owners. And her values are empowerment, integrity, transparency, and impact. So she's more than just crunching numbers, right? She wants you to build an unshakable financial foundation so you can reach your biggest success. She just launched a new website. So if you see what her values are, you can see it being put through her whole website, from the images that she uses to the copy that she has to the feeling and the vibe. You want it to really, really get baked into everything that you have. My values: meaningful connection, tangible impact, tight-knit community, and female empowerment. I have learned, being an entrepreneur for like 20 years, that I am not about volume or velocity. I'm not interested in more for the sake of more. And I've designed my offerings really to reflect that. I want to go deep. I want to go hands-on. I want to build connections within my women as well as build their brands. And I don't want it to be sort of fluff or top line. I really, really want to go deep. And so how I've done that, how I have baked that into my offers, is I have an offer, the Brand Breakthrough Mastermind. Some of you have been part of it. And it's all about small groups, 12 women. I've had so many coaches tell me in the past, you need to go bigger, you need to scale your brand, and you really need to talk to as many people, have your groups be 30, 40, 50 people. And my stake in the ground is, I have no interest in that. I want to go small to have bigger impact. I want an intimate circle of female entrepreneurs, and I want to give them real support in real time. So these offers that I have are reflections of my values and my missions. And so this offer, this Brand Breakthrough offer, is actually something that I'm offering right now. Super excited about this program because it's a reflection of my values, of my vision, of my mission. I've actually audited all of my offers to go all in on this offer because I feel like this is the best representation, not only of my expertise, but of the things that I believe in. So if it's something that you need help with, would love to share more about this with you, because this is something that I feel really, really strongly about. So now we're going to network. Now we're going to think about your brand values, and I'm going to break you up in some breakout sections. So let me just stop my share. But what I want you to do is actually, when you meet each other, I want you to lead with your brand values before you get into who you are and your elevator pitch. I want you to tell people, this is what I believe in. These are the 3 things that I believe in. And then I want you to share what you do, who you are. So I'm going to create some breakout rooms.
Malika, Lisa says she's on twice because she's got her phone logged in as well. So just FYI, you might see 2 of her.
Okay. So I'm going to do 3 to 4 people in the room, just because I want them to be sort of tight groups for you guys. And I'm going to give you about 12 minutes. And this will be your opportunity to meet each other and to share some of your values. And then when you come back, we're going to do a giveaway, and then we're going to talk about the next step in the brand building. All right, here we go. Let's hope this works. Recording. Okay, I think everybody is back. All right, so I am going to do a giveaway. So the giveaway is from me. This is sort of my branding Bible called the Brand Confidential Workbook, which a lot of you already have, but some of you don't. It's kind of like the building blocks of how you can kind of build your brand on your own, the DIY version, but it has everything, all of my frameworks that I use in all of my programs. So I am going to pull up all the participants, and we have 26 people in here. So I have Megan Carey. Megan, you get this. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I can't see you. Awesome. So, oh, there you are. So this is a lot of stuff that we did in our class, but now you'll have your own version that you can have on your own. So you'll just have to send me your address, and I will put this in the mail for you.
Awesome.
So awesome. Okay, let me share my screen, and we're going to go back to the training. And next, we're going to be talking about your brand vision or mission. So hopefully some of you have done this work. I know a lot of my students are here, so hopefully you'll feel like you have a good grasp on your own brand mission. But your brand mission is really a core element of your foundation. And this is the rock behind your business. This defines, the real reason why you're in your business. It's not about your products and services, but this is about why you get up every day, right? To do this work. It's about the change, the movement, the impact that you want to deliver to your audience. And it's really important that we get clear on this and that we communicate this, because this can be what your audience, your prospects, your leads will feel something about your brand and choose you over somebody else because of this. So your mission is the backbone, and it will communicate what you stand for and why this work is important. And it'll be the reason why your audience not only buys from you, but they stay with you. It's an anchor for your business. This idea that you share with your audience will give your business depth and meaning. So how do we figure out our mission? Well, you want to figure out, what do you want to help people with? Ask yourself that. You want to ask yourself, what's the change that you want in your industry, in your world? There's something that maybe you want to fix. Maybe you're tired of seeing and hearing something. It makes you really upset, and you have this passion to do something different, something that you want to stand up for. Maybe it's how you want people to feel. Something's missing in the marketplace. All of the answers to these questions, if you want to take a screenshot, these will help you really craft what you want your mission statement to be, what you are, again, putting a stake in the ground, something that you believe about your business. And it's bigger. I always say this, it's bigger than your products and services. You don't want to just be known for selling a mastermind or the soup reset. Elizabeth's here, or, dolls. I know that Kate is here. It goes beyond that, right? Kate sells these beautiful handmade dolls, but her mission is to make sure that there's inclusion and diversity. So her products, her dolls represent different ethnicities, different types of kids. So it goes beyond just what your products and services are. So I'm going to share some examples with you so that you can kind of see what this looks like. So my mission, right? Yes, I'm a brand strategist. I do photography. I have masterminds, but really my mission is to help female entrepreneurs unlock their strengths, step into their power, and to find success on their terms. It goes back to that value of female empowerment. This is what my mission statement is. And when I share this, it gets people's attention, right? They feel something. If I only talked about, my workbook, no one would really care. It has to be deeper than them. Vanessa, who's here, she has a strong fit life, and she's on a mission to help women feel unstoppable so they can live their best life. So just like saying that, people are going to feel something, right? It's not just about the sweaty workouts, working with kettlebells versus, something else. It's about her mission to help you feel unstoppable so you can live your best life. Even with products. This is Emily. She has Birch House candles. She's on a mission to help busy women to take a moment, breathe deeply, and inhale the moment you're in. She did not talk once about her candles in her mission statement. It's bigger than that. She creates all these candles. She does the pouring, the handmade, everything, because she wants women to actually take time for themselves. So I want you to think about, if you're in real estate, if you're a product maker, if you're a jewelry designer, if you are a coach, like what is it that's driving you to do this work? It's bigger than just your service and the product. So it's your turn now to figure out, what do you do for your customers? Why do you do it? How do you do it? Your mission, this statement will be kind of like the cornerstone of your business, and it will help people understand your brand better. So I have a template that I'll share with you. This is a guide just for you to get started, but you can kind of tweak it how you see fit. So it's, your business name is on a mission to what? Empower, guide, transform. I love a power verb here. Your target, get specific on who you're serving. To what? What is the change that you want to give to the world? I'm going to put this in the chat too, so that you can kind of look at this and get some ideas. But again, here's some examples. I'm on a mission to help female entrepreneurs unlock their strengths, step into their power, and define success on their terms. I didn't talk about brand strategy. You didn't hear about my mastermind. I didn't talk about any sort of brand photo sessions. That's not part of your mission. It's bigger than that. Vanessa's, again, on a mission to help women feel unstoppable so they can live their best life. She's not talking about her virtual membership where you can just, do these workouts under an hour at the comfort of your own home. It's bigger than that. So I'm going to have you guys take a second to do this, because what I want you to do is to get your thoughts and then actually share it in the next breakout session with, hopefully some new people, and as well as introduce yourself. So I have the template, the little Mad Lib guide also in the chat. I'm going to give you a second to do it, but really I want you to have a chance to actually share it and speak it out loud with others. And you can always come back to this and continue to work on this. This could, it doesn't happen overnight. It's something that you're going to have to marinate on and really think about. But now you kind of have a framework that you can use. Does anyone have any questions about that framework before I break you out in some smaller groups?
I have a question, Malika.
Yes,
Jennifer. So I'm curious if it is a bad idea to, I know we want to create a mission statement that says what we want, but is it wrong? I hate using the word wrong. Is it a bad idea to start with something negative? So for me, like I want to say I'm on a mission to help women entrepreneurs stop the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Stop is not necessarily positive, I guess, and neither is hustle, but is that okay?
I think it's okay, because I used to have a mission statement. I have different versions, and it would be like to stop. I'm on a mission to empower women to stop playing small and to start emerging as leaders, right? So
Yeah, okay.
you can balance it with what the positive that you want to do. I think sometimes by telling people what you want them not to do makes it even more crystal clear. Tell me what you want to stop as part of your mission, why you're doing this, and tell me what you want to start. And I'll have no questions on like what you stand for. So,
okay.
And I also, it being polarizing, that feeling of like, I'm actually repelling some people, is a very good thing with your brand, because that means it's going to make it memorable. So don't, be shy about that either. But that's a great question. Thank you for asking. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do some breakout rooms. Recreate. I'm going to do less breakout rooms because I think I put just 2 people in one breakout room who already knew each other very well. So I'm going to do, let's see. I'm going to do 5 breakout rooms. I'm going to give you guys 12 minutes. So share what your mission statement is. It's okay if it's not perfect, but I do think when people hear it, they're going to remember your brand. It's going to be a great point of connection, and then share, kind of what you do and how you help people. So here we go. Let's see. Do I have everybody? I think I did. Okay. Oops. Of course, Clara is not assigned to it. Clara, I have to assign you to a room. I'm going to put you in this room, room 4.
Thank you.
There you go. How was that? How was your mission statements? People feel good? Yeah. So
Yeah, very good.
my challenge for you is to share your mission statement on social media somehow, video, caption, but get it out there, right? Just even if it's imperfect action, just get it out there. Tag me if you like. I'd love to see it. But your audience, your network, they want to hear why you guys are in business. So if you haven't done it in a while, if you haven't done it at all, this is a great opportunity for, especially at the end of the year, just share with your audience why you do this work. So encourage all of you to do that. All right, so we have a giveaway. So we were just talking about Birch House candles. So Emily, my dear friend, is generous enough to donate a candle here. Let me get my chat up again so I can scroll. So let's see. The winner of that is Andrea Donnelly. You will be the winner of the candle. So I just need, if you could make sure I have your email, I will connect you with Emily, and then she will send you a candle. And these are so many people in this group have these candles. These are the best candles ever. They're so good. So it will be a treat. So that will be for you, Andrea. We'll get you connected with Emily. Okay, so let's move to the last step. We've already talked about values, we've talked about mission, and now we're here to talk about vision, the future forecast of your business. So this is really important because we want to be able to clearly see where we're going, right? It's not just about where we are right now, it's about where we're going. And if you don't have a vision for yourself or for your business or your brand, how do you know what you're working towards? And even your audience wants to know this. They are curious and interested to hear how you dream about your business. So the brand vision is the process involved in dreaming and setting the stage for the future direction of your business. And the timing is perfect. At the end of the year, new year around the corner, what will 2023 look like for you guys? What will 2024, 2025, really giving yourself permission to dream big for your business. A vision is not just a picture of what could be, it is an appeal to our better selves, a call to become something more. So this is like your calling, right? To be able to dream big, to have those big, audacious goals. I encourage all of you, spend some time over these holidays, create some white space for yourself to really think about where you want to go. As entrepreneurs, that's why we're doing this, right? We can design our life and our business how we want. And so we have to continuously practice this, dreaming big, writing what we think the future will look like. What will you be doing? What kinds of clients will you be helping? Is it going to be the same people you're working with now, or is it going to be somebody different? How do you want to feel about your brand in the future? What does it actually look like physically, your office space? Really give yourself the opportunity to dream. And it matters to have this in our business as part of our foundation for our brand, because it will help us, it will help act as like that North Star, right? The roadmap of where you're going to go. So everything that you do now, all of your goals and your actions is going to move you forward to your brand vision. It will also help if you kind of have that bright, shiny object syndrome that I know a lot of us have, where we're sort of seeing what other people do in the marketplace, and then we think we need to do that too. If you have a strong vision and you know where you're going, it will help you keep on track. It will help prevent that shiny object syndrome and making you feel scattered, because you will have that strong sense of direction of where you want to go with your business. So dreaming and scheming, this is your opportunity, right? For you to actually think about your business and your brand. Paint the future of what you want, that dream business. Really, I'll say it again, carve out some time for yourself in the next couple of weeks to dream about that so that you set yourself up for success in 2023. So think about if money or fear were not an issue, if you could take it off the table, right? Because many of us, I myself included, right? Money and fear is always the issue. So you kind of put yourself in a box, but I want you to think about it. If it was not an issue, what would you be doing? What would you be selling? Who would you become? What would you be known for? Who would be your clients? Who would be on your team? How would you be working? Would you have Fridays off every week? Would you have chunks of time for just reading instead of being in the weeds like we all are when we're doing our business? How would you be feeling? Often we pick a word, right, for the year of like the word that we want to feel. Take a screenshot of this. And something that I'm going to do over a holiday break is I'm going to give myself one prompt a day and just kind of let myself marinate and think about it and journal a little bit. It's overwhelming for me and maybe for you too to think about answering all these questions all in one sitting. But if I can break it down and just think about one every day, I think that would be really helpful to really get some clarity of where I want to go. Because we need to know, we already define what we believe in. We already define why we do this work, but we really need to figure out where we want to go with our businesses. So Mercedes asks, do you recommend revisiting your brand vision throughout the year? If so, how often? I have shiny objects and lose sight of my vision. Yes. So what I do is if I have an opportunity that comes my way, a collaboration, if I'm thinking of creating an offer or a new product, I go back to my vision and I make sure it's still within the scope of that vision. This will help you stay on track. I really, ask myself, like, if somebody's approaching me and asking me to do something, is this really fit the vision of my business? And it helps me actually set some boundaries on my business. So I'm not saying yes to everything. Because yes, saying yes is exciting and it will give you opportunities, but sometimes it can also lead you to burnout. Sometimes it can lead you off path and not on brand. So having that vision statement, revisiting it often to make sure that you're doing the right things throughout the year, that you're on task, that you're on brand. And then if you've already reaching some of that vision, then you know that you have to then extend that vision to maybe a new vision for the next year, for the new 6 months. So that's really, you're actually measuring your progress with this vision. So I hope that answers your question. So Jalpa says, I know this, I would still work 7 days a week, LOL, but all my house. Yes, they're all a distraction. All of those things, right? So maybe part of your vision is hiring a housekeeper. Exactly. So here are some brand vision examples so that you can kind of see what this could look like for you. And I've really done it so it's not, very lofty, but more within the 5-year period, because I think as entrepreneurs, we're often evolving and changing. So having a 5-year benchmark sometimes feels like it's the most doable. So for my own brand, 5 years from now, Malika Malhotra, the brand CEO, will be a world-renowned niche expert and mentor for female entrepreneurs. She will be a paid speaker on global stages. She'll host a sold-out brand breakthrough in-person conference. And if Julie is here on the call, hopefully she can help me with that because she's working with me. And she will lead a worldwide community of confident women leaders and change makers. So I wrote this a little while ago. I've actually, I have done a lot of these things. And so maybe I need to revise it to actually for 2023 to think even bigger. To be a paid speaker for me as a big goal, I'd love to do more of that, to have a actual conference feels like a big goal. It makes me uncomfortable. You know, if you feel uncomfortable, you're kind of on the right track for these types of goals, right? So Rebecca Ryan, she's in one of my programs. She has a business called Serving Up Social. She's a brand photographer, and she had shared her vision, which is 5 years from now, she'll be the go-to brand photographer for savvy female entrepreneurs. She'll be known for bringing her clients' brands to life with outstanding photography and helping them be seen as experts in the industry. She will empower female entrepreneurs through visibility coaching, visual storytelling workshops, and a VIP brand photography program. So this last paragraph is really that stretch for her because she's just doing the brand photography now, but her vision is to become bigger than just the brand photography, to incorporate coaching, and there's workshops and having like a premium sort of VIP program. So what is your vision, right? For your business, for your life? Right now, we're kind of just speaking more to your brand vision, but I have a template, of course, that I'm going to put into the chat. Again, it's like a Mad Lib and it's a guide, so you can use it, you can create your own, but I want to give you at least something that you can kind of fill in to get you started. So 5 years from now, your brand will be known for what? What will you be doing? What will you be known for? Your brand will, there's some sort of action verb, you know, launching, starting, you know, your unique offering, what you envision for yourself for this ideal target so that they can what? That ultimate result. So again, just so you could see some examples of how this looks, and you can go off script. It's totally okay. So 5 years from now, I hope to be a world-renowned niche expert and mentor for female entrepreneurs. I want to be a paid speaker. I want to host a sold-out conference and have this like worldwide community. For Rebecca, she wants to be the go-to brand photographer. She wants to be known for outstanding photography and, you know, helping experts. And then she has this visibility coaching, workshops, and having a VIP program. All right, so Megan says, in general, is our vision something we share with others, or is it an internal document? So I think it's both. So it's an internal document to make sure that you're on track, that you have measured progress, but it's also something that's going to inspire your audience. They want to know what your big dreams are. And I know that every time, and it's scary, but I know that every time that I've shared it publicly, people feel inspired. They feel like they want to be on the journey with me. And it actually helps build my brand. It actually helps elevate my brand. And then even that declaration of making it public, somehow, and I'm not a woo-woo person, but somehow the universe hears it and sort of things start happening and coming into place. So I'm a big proponent of not only keeping it as an internal document, but also sharing it publicly with others. So now we're going to network. I want you to share your vision with your groups. I'm going to stop the share. Anyone have any questions about the vision before I put you in groups? And I know time is I'm going to do smaller groups, and I'm going to give you guys about like 8 minutes so that I can then come back and we can kind of close out because we're going to end at 12:30 sharp. All right, so no questions. So I'm going to do breakout rooms. I'm going to recreate. So I'm going to do 7 rooms, 3 participants each, and I'm going to give you about 9 minutes so that we can have time at the end. So here we go. Get it, Clara. I have to assign you to a room. Okay. Oh, this is not working. Sorry.
Okay.
There you go.
That room was huge.
Was it too big?
No, I mean, so many people came.
Oh, this room. I thought you meant your private room. Oh, pause this. How was that? Everybody's vision? Inspiring to hear everybody's vision? Good. So my challenge for you with the vision statement is, if you're a blogger, you have a blog post, if you have a newsletter, maybe in 2023 with the new year, it's an opportunity for you to share what your vision is for the year. the timing is ripe to do this. So, share your mission in this year, and then next year, I would encourage you to share your 2023 brand vision. And okay, so let me share my screen. Couple of things. Giveaway. So I already chose the person in the interest of time. So next giveaway is Sparks Kitchen. I don't know if you know this brand, but a good client of mine in one of my programs, she's in New York City. This is the modern mandel bread, which is a traditional Eastern European dessert. She actually makes it in a really delicious, joyful way, different, ingredients. So it's not your grandmother's mandel bread, it's something different. And so I have Jen Faye Colombo. You are the winner of this. So make sure I get your email and I will connect you with Sarah, who makes these, and she'll send you one in the mail. So, okay, we covered a lot today, and thank you so much for being part of this at the end. We talked about branding kind of 101. We went over values and mission and vision. You met a bunch of people. I hope you made some good connections. I encourage you to follow each other on social media, build your network. But I want you to just take a moment now that you've defined these things and really believe in your brand. When you can see your values, when you can see your mission and your vision on paper, I want you to really think about that and have it strengthen your confidence. You're not just a service provider, you're not just a product maker, you're so much more than just that job, right? You have depth and soul to your brand. And now knowing this, it will give you more certainty and confidence to sell and to share it with others. And you want to sort of walk the walk. You don't want to just talk about these things. You want to make sure they're baked and infused into every part of your business, into every action you take, every decision that you make. This is what you want to do. So I hope today was helpful for you. Would love to connect with you. Thank you all for coming. This is my information here. We're probably already connected. 2 ways again, that if you're interested in working with me, if brand building and becoming an expert is on your brand vision for 2023, would love to invite you to the Brand Breakthrough Mastermind. I have 3 seats left. It's a small cohort of 12. I also will be doing more of these in my Brand Power Hour community, which is free, which is kind of how you got into for this. Next one will be about brand vision. We're going deeper into brand vision to kick off the year, and that's going to be on January 12th. And you can kind of scan this if you want to sign up for that, and you'll be added to the list. But for today's, you will also get the recording. And with every Brand Power Hour, there'll always be resources and tools that go along with the training that can help you in your brand building. So thank you guys for being here. Any questions that I can answer for you while we're still here? I know I wanted to keep it to 12:30. I actually did that. So I'm excited I kept us on time, but would love if you have any questions. Yes, Vanessa.
Really quick, more logistical. So will everything now be in the Brand Power Hour, like the next?
So for those who are members yes. So with that program closing, now Brand Power Hour will be more of the hub if you want to engage with other people in the network. And then I will be doing talks like this twice a month. So if you are a speaker and you want to apply, I would encourage you reach out to me. I have like an application process. I know I have SEO coming in January or in February. I have someone talking about financial goals coming up. So lots of fun things coming up. So definitely, if you're interested, let me know. But thank you so much for being here. Swapna, you came in, but it's actually over. So good to see you. I wish you the amazing holiday, a wonderful new year, and hope to see more of you in 2023. All right, guys, take care. Be in touch.
Bye-bye. Happy holiday.